I will blow your mind.
Are you having issues preparing starch solution or iodine in potassium iodide? The answer is right here. In this video, I'll be showing you step by step of how you can prepare iodine solution in potassium iodide, and also by the end of this video, I'll be dropping some tips of how you can go about it. If you are new in this channel, just click the subscription button, give us a like if this video has been useful, or if you have value in this video. I'll be right back. How to prepare iodine crystal in potassium iodide. The materials we are going to need for this exercise are: 1, weighing balance to measure the mass, petri dish to carry the sample, volumetric flask, which is also known as a liter, that's the standard measuring flask for this preparation, spatula to take the sample from the bottle or from where they are being kept. Then distilled water, a medium through which we are going to dissolve the reagent. Okay, what are the reagents? We have iodine crystal and potassium iodide. Iodine crystal, then potassium iodide. The mass of iodine crystal that we want to dissolve is 25.4. So right now, I'll bring my weighing balance out. I'll put my petri dish there. Then I'll note the mass of the petri dish, depending on the petri dish you are using. I'll note the mass of the petri dish, then add it to the mass of iodine crystal I want to measure. So if my petri dish is 1.0 gram, for instance, so the total mass I'm going to measure now will be 26.4 gram of iodine crystal. We have measured iodine crystal now. Okay, we'll keep that one separate. Then we look for potassium iodide. We are going to measure 6 grams of potassium iodide, the same way we measured the mass of iodine crystal. So we've measured potassium iodide now, 6 grams. Now potassium iodide is soluble in water, so we can add potassium iodide to a few liters of water, a few centimeters of water, let's say 100. So we've picked 100 cm cube of water now. We've added potassium iodide, and we have to prepare a standard solution. So if you are preparing a standard solution for potassium iodide, it means that you are going to fill up the solution to 1 liter or 1000 centimeter cube. That is a liter, and that is a standard solution. After that, from this, we can now dissolve our iodine crystal in the solution we have just prepared, which is potassium iodide. But this reaction will take a few minutes or a few hours before we can actually have few amount of iodine that will dissolve in potassium iodide. Note, all the iodine will not dissolve completely in potassium iodide. Why? The mass of iodine crystal in potassium iodide is much. So, comparing the two masses, iodine crystal will not completely dissolve in potassium iodide. So, if you want to prepare just ordinary 0.10 molar iodine solution, we might need to dissolve 13.0 gram of iodine in 10 gram of potassium iodide, which could be in 100 centimeter cube, then later fill up to 500 cm cube. and that's how you can prepare ordinary 0.1 molar of iodine. But in this case now, we are dissolving 25.4 gram in ordinary 6 gram of potassium iodide. So definitely we are going to have large amount of iodine that will not dissolve in potassium iodide. Also note, in this practical, it's a redox titration. Is either you fill in iodine into the burette, or you fill in sodium thiosulfate into the burette. It depends on the nature of the question. Make sure you go through the instruction carefully and check very well which one are you filling into the burette, which one is going into the pipette. Also, the one that is going into the burette is the one that you are going to draw table of value for. Table of values. If you fill the burette with iodine, it means you are going to have table of value for iodine. And if you fill in thiosulfate into the burette, it means that you are going to prepare table of value for thiosulfate. You can check other video in the channel whereby I describe how you can draw table of value for your reaction or for titration. How to prepare starch solution. If you want to prepare starch solution, you can extract starch either from cassava or from potato. Okay, when you extract starch, you weigh it. After the extraction of that starch, you can weigh it up to make it 2 grams of the extract starch. You add 20 ml of distilled water. After 20 ml of distilled water, you stir a little. Then from that, you add that 20 ml of distilled water to 150 ml of boiled water. Or better still, you can measure like 150 ml of water and then add that 2 grams and boil it. After you have boiled for a few minutes, make sure you stir very well. You stir very well. After stirring, then you bring it down from the fire or from where you are boiling it. Bring it down. After bringing it down, allow it to cool, or allow it to stand for some minutes, maybe like 5 minutes. After then definitely, starch is insoluble in water. You can now decant it. You have some part of the starch that will settle down at the bottom of the container. Then you can decantate the one that stay on the solution that stay on the top. The solution that stay on the top can be used as your starch indicator or as your starch solution. And you can also get starch from nearby neighborhood where they sell starch. That one, you boil it. After boiling, you will see it's going to form a solution. Then after forming the solution, you can now decantate the solution, and then you leave the undissolved ones.
If we have added value to you in this video, please don't hesitate to give us a like, then smash that subscription button right now. We are going to be giving you updates on chemistry practical. Strike that button right now. Thanks.